Hi, everyone. This is the first vlog of the year, and I want to say Happy New Year to everyone, and I hope you all had a safe and healthy one. It's been a bit weird in Valencia as far as celebrating. It's been muted, but actually not so bad. There were the Christmas stores still in effect and the Christmas trees all over the city. And I think I put up one or two videos showing what the celebration was like. There were less people out, and it's also been very, very, very cold for Valencia this year. So we thought 2021 was going to roll into a great year, but unfortunately it's starting off like on a bad note in the Valencia area because the number of infections have been going up, and so the government has now added a few more restrictions to what's already in place. So I wanted to update everybody so you know how it is. I think the last podcast I mentioned about the second lockdown was a while ago, and I haven't given an update since then. At least not on YouTube. I've given it on the blog post. So here are 7 new restrictions that are coming into play as of tomorrow, which is very strange because when you think of the fact that today is like the big holiday, sort of like Christmas for the Spanish people, which is the day of the Three Kings. It's the Epiphany Day, and there was a big parade in the center yesterday that was attended by hundreds of people. I mean, it would have normally been thousands of people, but it was hundreds of people. And even though everybody has to wear masks, there was no social distancing. So it seems to be like some sort of convoluted way of like trying to keep everything under wraps. The police have been harassed and maybe that's not the word. They're being investigated because there was a huge party somewhere in Barcelona over the holidays, um, where there were hundreds of people at this party, and it took the police 40 hours. That's almost 2 days to like get it under control and get people to like disperse from the party. And everybody wants to know why, because if they catch you on the street not wearing a mask, the fee is so high, and they're really eager to do that, but yet they have this party and they let it go on and just tell them, yeah, go, but not really enforcing it. So they're wondering, and the government is wondering, why it took 40 hours for them to get a hold of this party and make everybody go away. So it doesn't seem like everything is all copacetti, like they can't really get it all together. But
Estamos aquí en el museo por la entrada del museo.
here are the restrictions anyway. As of tomorrow, and I think they waited till tomorrow because today is a holiday, so so you can enjoy, I guess, and still have gatherings of 10 people at a party, or going out, instead of as of tomorrow where it's going to be 4 people. So there's a maximum of 4 people at a table in a restaurant, and if it's a family gathering, there is a maximum of 6. The shops have to reduce the capacity to 30%, which they had removed before, but now we're going back down to 30%. all restaurants and bars and everything else like that has to close at 5 p.m., which, I mean, to me personally, doesn't really make any sense because, you know, a lot of the infections, at least the newer infections, have been like people having all this illegal parties and, not social distancing, but yet they seem to punish the bars and the restaurants and the hotels. It seems like that's their go to. So now they're not even allowed to open past 5, which before they were open till 11. And the curfew has now been moved from 10, is now 10 to 5 instead of 11 to 5. There is no more smoking in the outdoor places like the terraces. Before you were allowed to smoke, but now you cannot smoke because they figure it's a way to keep up your mask for so long. And the nightclubs are still closed, of course. Now, this is all going to happen until January 31st, but they might be, prolonging it according to what they feel is going on. There are about 26 towns that are under total lockdown because their numbers are just super high. And it's kind of saddening for me because Valencia was one of the provinces that was doing really well before, but now we seem to have gone a little bit lax, and now we're doing worse. But of course, if people insist on gathering and having parties and doing all this, they're going to get infected and unfortunately pass it on. And the fear is that the hospital, just like in the US and just like in the UK, there's a pressure on the hospitals because there are not enough beds to service those people that are getting infected. So I think it's more that than anything else. So it kind of makes sense when you think about that because, you know, who's going to take care of you if you have to go to the hospital and they can't accommodate you? So this is where we're at now. So more than likely, I think, the thought of being able to go out and about the first quarter of the year is just shot. I think it's going to be a while. Now they released the time frame for the vaccine, and Federico and I are in the third quarter of the year. So towards like August, September, we're scheduled to get ours. Right now, it's only been about a week or so since they started doing the vaccines, and they're running behind. And I think part of the reason is because the holiday season really stretches here. It's not just like in the US where you're back after New Year's New Year's Day. Here, like the 11th is when the school starts supposedly, and so all the way from like the middle of December until January 11th, it's been one long holiday full of different days that they don't go to school, different days that they've been enjoying Christmas and all the festivities. So I think that affects the time frame of when they're supposed to inject people. So anyway, hopefully we'll be able to know much more. The only thing that saddens me about all of this is that, my beginning Spanish class was over and it was supposed to start, the new one was supposed to start on the 11th of January, but we haven't even received any sort of correspondence from the school. And the teacher said that more than likely it's not going to happen this month. So I had been looking forward to starting classes again because she was going to put me like in an advanced kind of practice, speaking with native speakers because she says that I know the words, but I don't practice enough. And I said, well, yeah, I say the same things over and over again, go to the restaurant, go to the shop. So I don't really converse with people except for me talking to YouTube. So she was going to like put me in a better class that would have suited what I needed. So, I'm kind of disappointed, but that's where we're at now. So as it is now, everything is kind of probably going to shut down like around 5 o'clock tomorrow. So I think we'll be sticking more to the house for the next while, at least till January 31. And maybe after that, we can start venturing out again. I don't feel comfortable like going to people's houses right now, whether it's to like show the apartment or whatnot. So I'm going to stay away from that for a while until everything is sort of better. It just seems like, you know, all this hopes and everything that everybody's been having for 2021, you sort of suspected it was going to be like this. Of course, you know, it's not like the virus came 2020 and then boom, you know, it just disappears 2021. We're still going to feel the effects and everything. So I think we're in for a rough ride for 2021, at least right now. But the city as a whole is doing well. Everybody has been really good about wearing their masks. So I'm glad that of the 26 towns that I shot, Valencia City is not one of them. So I think, you know, people have really, at least from what I can see with my neighbors and everything, everybody takes it seriously and they try as much as possible to social distance, and everybody wears the mask, even the ones that smoke, they smoke and put it back on. And it's kind of funny because everybody loves to eat on the sidewalk, on the terraces. And it's nice that they're putting it on, eating, putting it back on. I mean, we're just trying and listen to the experts and hope that they're right. But for now, we're just going to live like this. And hopefully, everybody else is doing what they can to stay safe and healthy in this very weird times. I'm going to add videos of like the Christmas market and the food trucks that they always have every Christmas at the City of Arts. And they actually had a display this year of this Taiwanese artist named Hung Yi. So I'm going to include some of the sites from that at the end of this video, just so you can see how the city looked during Christmas. But like I said, it was a very muted one, and there wasn't a lot of celebration. You could see there's something hanging in the air, no matter how much everybody was trying to, like, you know, have a good time. But it was still very nice. So we can be thankful. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe if you like what we're presenting here, and hopefully we'll have better news and we'll be able to move around more, which will be fantastic. But for now, we're staying in Valencia, in the city, because of those 22 places that are on lockdown. Some of them are actually quite close, like, you know, the end of the metro, one of the metro lines. That town is in lockdown. So we're not going to be leaving Valencia City for the foreseeable future, at least till January 31st. And then they'll see and reassess, reassess, reassess what's going on at that point. So thank you again for watching the video, and stay safe and healthy. See you next time. Dreaming of a new life in Spain? Now's the perfect time to enroll in the Expat in Spain course. Before you know it, you'll be on your way and you'll be an expat in sunny Spain. If I can do it, so can you.
Luego vas a decir que te lo pierdes, ¿eh? Te has perdido los tres técnicos. Ay, no, los colores son mucho. Yo cuando había las medidas hace 4 días. Nosotros llevamos 15 días.